first thing I ask every jungler client is, what's your game plan? Or do you even have a game plan before, like right now, like before the game starts? Did you make a game plan?
Um, well, I typically don't. Let me see, who was I going against? I was not planning on going to, like, I was not going to invade at all. Because I
Do you mean
didn't
level
think I would
one, or
want
do you
to.
mean throughout the game,
Yeah,
or level
at
one
all, at all,
at all?
at all. Because I'm scared of B. He's a little bit busted. And I thought that I wouldn't be able to win against him, and thankfully he didn't invade much either.
Okay.
And then my target was to kind of focus top lane, um, because I knew with our team we kind of had a lot more tank, so I figured Kane was going to go red. So I
Oh, is it
figured it would
Kane
be
top
good
and
getting
Nasus
cut
mid?
there. No, it was Kane mid, but I figured he would rotate top to gank for Rost.
Oh, I see.
Hmm.
I mean, he gets Rost regardless where he goes. Your entire team is 5 melee.
Yeah, yeah, that's why I was like, I was kind of a little bit worried about him, but
No, but I'm saying is why top? Because he could go bot and also get Rost bot,
well,
right?
I was actually, I should also mention, I guess, that I was duoed or trioed with bot lane.
Uh,
And it's a couple of my friends who are not like, Nomad's not that good at the game.
okay.
So I have no idea why he went Mordekaiser ADC. That was kind of troll of him,
Yeah,
but
it was a thing a long time ago, but yeah.
and so they ended up losing pretty hard their
Okay, okay,
lane.
but what you're talking about is what happened already. I'm kind of like, I kind of want to like talk about the game regardless of what happened, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Like
yeah,
so,
I
but
mean,
like so, why are
I
you
went
looking at the
for
masses?
so I went for top because I figured that he would rotate up there more. I don't know if
But you don't know why.
he, well, it was just that was my idea behind it. It was just kind of centering my ganks around top lane.
Okay, I
And
get that,
then
but usually you want to like have a what do you call it? A reason, you know, like there's a uh
well, I was going for the Kane reason, but I didn't even realize until now that all my team was melee.
oh,
So
okay, okay, that's
I was
fair.
thinking typically it would just be top mostly that's melee, so I figured he would be rotating top a lot. So
Oh,
I
okay, I
was
see.
gonna
Yeah. Okay,
center the game around
fair enough. Fair.
that.
Yeah. Any other game plan you see here? So you're not gonna you're afraid of E. You're gonna gang top. Anything else you see?
I feel like when I play, um, I feel like bot lane and mid are pretty situational, when I'm like focusing on ganks and stuff like that, because it's really just more about
Really? Let me ask you
um,
another question. So is this the first season you're jungling? Like you didn't jungle last season or anything?
yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't jungled at all in ranked. Yeah,
So
I'm just
interestingly, this season is the bot meta season. Like this season is where everyone like every jungler ganks spot, especially at the beginning of the season. I mean,
yeah.
now not so much. Now not as bad. I mean, you play bot, you should know that the junglers are always ganking you guys.
Yeah.
This season at least, this season more than other seasons, I would say. So you definitely could think about bot in certain games. This game, but this game, I don't know if it's coincidence, but I agree that I would just go top this game for this game. I just want to open your mind, like I don't. I'm just trying to teach you, like I don't actually care about the result or anything. Just getting you in the right mindset. So, trying to understand why are you going top. But yeah, but in
Yeah.
the end, I do
You're
agree
good.
that I would go top. No, and I'll tell you why I would go top. Um, First, bot lane's hard to gank. Tristana has a jump. Morgana has Black Shield. Right? How are you gonna
Yeah.
catch them? You're never gonna catch them. I mean, um, luckily though, your bot lane does have a lot of CC. Right? Mord has a pull. Nautilus has the hook. That's a lot of CC. But like I said, Tristana and Morgana are pretty hard to catch still. So just because of
Yeah.
that, I'm thinking not. I mean, you could go bot. Like I'm not saying never go there, but it's not looking that great. And then top looks better just from a ganking perspective as well because Jax has its jump stun, right? You can jump, leap, and then he can stun. That's pretty good. And that is just that simple, yeah. So, well, not just let me continue. So it's not that simple, but for now it's just that simple. And then after that, we need to think about as a jungler, you need to think about the jungle matchup. So you did think about it. You said you never want to invade E, and you hope he doesn't invade you because he's just
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with that, but mainly because of his ignite. You see how he has ignite. That's
Oh
the main
yeah.
reason. I think if he doesn't have ignite, you don't need to be that scared of E. Because
I didn't even notice he had ignite. I'm not
oh,
gonna lie
okay,
to you.
you're just afraid of E.
I didn't see him. Yeah, I mean, I know he's a strong jungler, and most of the people in my with my MMR kind of know their roles, you know. So it's kind of intimidating in general for me to.
I think you just don't have experience, or most of your experience with E is him killing you as a support. So
Yeah, exactly,
but you're not the
I'm
support
not
this
very
time.
familiar with matchups.
Yeah, I can
and
see. Yeah,
counters,
yeah.
so
So
it's kind of tough trying to pick who I'm gonna play.
it is. It comes with experience, honestly. But like but mostly experience, but also you can think about it. So let me tell you how you can like think about it. So, if you're in a jungle matchup, you should always think how does my jungler fare against his, like in a 1v1 situation. You can think about his abilities. You think about your abilities. You know what Lillia is good at.
Burst damage, I would say.
Pretty good burst damage, yeah. What else is she good at?
I guess CC later in past
A
six.
little bit. I mean the ult, right? You're talking about the ult.
I do, yeah.
Okay, so the main I was trying to fish
Mobility.
close, yeah, kind of.
Fast, yeah.
Yeah, I was fishing for like kiting, like she can hit and run, right? Because that's mobility is a part of that, right? She's yeah. So hit and run. Master Yi only has one mobility spell, his Q. I mean, if we're talking about before 6 usually, because usually your game plan doesn't revolve around 6. I mean, because 6 is like later in the game. Like, as a jungler, usually you want to make a plan for your first clear at the very least, just your first clear. So that's till level 4 or level 3 in some cases. That's the most important part of the game, because League of Legends is like a snowball game, So if you, I don't know if I need to explain, but like if you get a kill in the first 5 minutes, that's worth way more than a kill at like 10 minutes, just because that first kill can snowball you into another kill and another kill and so on and so on. So yeah, that's why we're talking about this early game, which is till level 4 usually. That's what I'm talking about right now. So for level 4, Master Yi can Q onto you, right?
Yeah.
Then maybe auto you once, twice, maybe 3 times if he has red buff. Maybe 3 or so. But you have W, right? So you can just like Q him once, and then you can, if you need to, you can W away. You don't need to W away. You can just Q him. Even your E slows him. Like, you have so many things to make it so that he cannot continue chasing you. He has no flash. He can't flash after you. He can only Q you once, and that's it. And then you can actually kite him for quite a while. And while you're kiting him, he's burning down, and if he's invading you, hopefully your team comes to help you, and then he just dies because he has no flash. So you don't need to be too scared of him, but you do need to be scared of him because he could just kill you with Q, ignite, and like 2 autos. If you're low enough, you might just die to that. But if you can survive his initial, engage, you should feel pretty safe because he can't follow you.
Okay.
And hopefully, I don't know if you kite with Lillia. You probably do a little bit, right?
I try. Yeah. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. It's something I'm trying to learn how to do.
Okay. Because that's kind of her main strength. Like, you can Q people. And depending on who you're against. So Lilia's traditionally good into melee champions. Because you can like Q them, and they're melee, so they can't really hit you back. And then after you Q them, you kind of like dance around them, so you don't let them hit you, and you wait for your next Q.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like that. So that's yeah, kind of how you should play her. I mean, we'll see. I mean, you did pretty well this game, so we'll see what you do. But
Okay.
I'm just telling you that you don't have to be that scared of Yi, and Yi is actually not that strong usually until level 6. Yeah. Okay, and then the last thing we talk about. Oh yeah, sorry. Did you want to say something?
Oh no. Yeah, it's just the he's kind of known for being a little OP at times.
Oh,
So
I know. But I mean, usually it's when he's fed, so I wouldn't be scared of a 000 Master Yi.
okay. Okay.
But it does come with experience, and you do need to respect him too, though. He can kill you, like I said. It really depends on the situation. So you shouldn't just be. You should be flexible. Don't always be scared of him, but also you need to be scared of him at the right times. It really depends on the situation. So he can kill you sometimes, but you can kill him sometimes as well. Like, it really depends. Yeah. Okay. And then the last thing we need to talk about is mid lane, because we already talked about top. Like, top's a good gank. Bot lane, probably not. Possibly though, but possibly. And then mid lane, how do you interpret your mid lane matchup here?
So mid lane is where I ended up the most in the game because I was kind of not sure how that matchup was going to work because I don't really see Kayn mid a whole lot, but
Yeah, that's fair.
a lot of the ganks in this game kind of
Just happened.
Yeah, it was just a lot of responsive ganks. It wasn't really like me targeting. I think there was a couple times that I went to mid, but mid is the easiest one for me to gank usually because I'm just right there. So the way that I do it is if I'm like just farming and I notice anybody's pushed up like quite a bit, I'll either just go and knock them back a little bit, like just walk up and get them off of the guy. Or if it's like, situational, if they're not already fed, then I'll engage.
I mean, yeah. So jungler's pretty an adaptive role, right? You can go almost anywhere, depending. Yeah, okay. But I was just asking, what do you think about the lane for early games? So yeah, it's fair. You don't really see Kayn mid, but you should see Yasuo mid a lot, and Yasuo is a pretty good laner. So and Kayn's not really a laner. I mean, we are seeing a little bit more Kayn top actually, but in my opinion, he's a pretty weak laner. So I would just favor my Yasuo. I would just expect him to kind of win. But at the same time, you know what happens when your laner wins? Usually, that usually means they push, because when they're winning, they're also have control of the wave, and then they just naturally push it. In many cases, sometimes if they're good, they can get a really good freeze, but that really depends on the situation. Most of the time, they're winning. It's going to be they're pushing.
Okay.
So it's just I as a Lillia, I would just keep my eyes on mid. I wouldn't be too worried. I'd be like, yeah, my Yasuo will win, but I would be a little worried that maybe Yi will come. But even if Yi comes, their gank setup's not that good against Yasuo. Depending on the minions, Yasuo can dash out in many cases.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's just to think about, So like I said, bot lane probably don't gank, but you can gank it, right? Yeah. So it's like keep it in your don't write it off that you can't gank bot, and then don't write off that mid is gonna win without you. He'll probably win against Kayn, but Yi could mess that up. So just keep that in mind. But I like your at least early game. What we said is we're gonna gank top. I just like that just because Jax has good setup. Nasus has no TP. That's actually a factor. So that actually kind of means your 2v2 is kind of weak. If you need to think about 2v2s. Like if you gank top and Master Yi ganks top, what will happen? That's usually a 2v2. Because let's say you start blue buff, he starts red buff, right? You're both gonna go top, and you both probably see each other. It depends on the situation, but you need to think about 2v2s. Do you fight 2v2s or do you run from 2v2s? And again, that depends on the situation, but I like your champions better, like Jax, Lillia, Yi, Nasus. I like your champions better, but um, they have two ignites basically. You guys have you have a teleport. It doesn't help you in 2v2, and then you have flash. I guess that helps you, but ignites are pretty strong. But ignites also don't stack, so two ignites is not that bad, depending. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I like top, but just as you go top, just think about. I would think about Master Yi. Where did Master Yi start? Do you know how to tell where Master Yi started?
No.
No. So.
Well, I do usually go for some sneaky wards in like pre-game, I guess, because I
Okay.
did know he started red this game because I warded his jungle.
Oh, okay. Where do you like to, or where? What in this game? Where are you thinking about warding? And
I warded right here over the wall. Well,
over
it
the
was more
wall.
like right here.
I actually can't see your mouse, so
Oh, it's just in this tri path area.
Oh, okay. But why that ward doesn't actually see Yi unless he goes for like red to bot gank.
Yeah, he did walk up, so I was able to see him right
Okay.
here. Yeah, so I knew he started red,
Okay, but
but that
normally
was
I'm saying I don't
situational.
that ward
Yeah,
normally
yeah,
doesn't
I
see.
don't know.
Okay, okay. I would recommend you actually. Let me think. In this game, what would I use my ward for? It depends on invades. If no one invades, then wait. Let me think. Should you? Oh, I'm not. I don't really like to talk about invades because it's what do you call it? Very team reliant. Unless an invade happens, I can comment on it. But if no invades are like I would say a higher elo concept. Like you don't really need to know in lower elo. So if an invade does not happen, usually you want to in this game. Let me think. You probably want to save your ward because you're afraid of Yi, and rightly so. If you start blue, you should be extra afraid of Yi because blue start is the weaker start invade wise because red buff gives you more combat power, right? So I'll give you an example. You start
Yeah,
blue, he starts red. You 3 camp, he 3 camps. You go to Raptors or red, depending, and he goes to your Raptors or your red. He waits for you at red buff. Then he fights you at red buff. He wins because he has red buff. You have no red buff. It's just that simple, right? You can see that.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the counter, or at least counter to that is you save your wards. So after you do wolves, right? I'm giving you an example. I'm assuming you're gonna do blue gromp wolves. It's a pretty standard path.
Okay.
After you do wolves, you run straight to red and you ward over the red wall. So you know the bush over your red wall, that bush. So you will see if he is coming to invade you. You ward over the red wall. He's down, that bush to the left. Yeah, that bush. You just ward there. So you'll see him. And if you see him, you can just back off. You can call your laners to help you. It depends, but yeah, usually you just back off like that. I would say that's the most common counter. There are other counters if you're interested. I don't know how deep you want to go here. But yeah,
And
that's a pretty common standard counter. You just save your
yeah.
ward for right here. Yeah. And then, like I said, if he is invading, you spam ping. You ping your mid. Your mid should have prio, right? We already talked about it. Yasuo should be winning against Kane. So if Yi invades and Yasuo helps you, Yi probably dies because Yi has no flash, right? So that's pretty good. And then also Jack should have prio too, honestly. So it's pretty risky for you to invade, but you still want to ward in case because you can. Yeah. Okay. I think that's most of what I want to say before we start. We can start unless you have any other questions.
No, I think I'm good right now.
Okay. Let's play and let's see what you do.
Is there a way to?
You can do 2 times speed. You see the 1x. You can do 2x. Yeah, usually 2x.
Is there a way
Someti-
to focus my character?
Can you hold space? I don't know if that works. Does it work? Hold space? No, it doesn't. I think you have to just keep clicking. Oh, but honestly, we should be moving the camera. It should be normal to be moving your camera. So,
Oh, sorry.
so that's your ward, right? I see that word on there.
Yeah, I warded over here.
Don't recommend, but it's okay.
He walks up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, pause. Pause. So this is how you tell where he started red. You don't even need your ward. Look at top lane. Nasus is there. Look at bot lane. No one is there, right? So you can just, that's kind of like, you can assume they're leeching him, because if top lane's leeching, top lane won't be there, right? And then bot lane will probably be early to the lane, like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is how, that's how you tell. You don't even need a ward. You just look, as you're doing the blue, look at top lane, look at bot lane. Who is in lane, basically. Who is there and who is not there. Whoever's not there is leeching, in most cases. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. That's all you can play.
See, I'm not kiting there at all.
Oh yeah, Gromp actually is hard to kite. So. So as I'm doing wolves, usually I look at the lane I want to gank, and that's top. So can we look at top? I mean, it literally looks like he's pushing me. So yeah. So here, okay, press pause. Please press pause. So here is where I said, here is where you would ward to if you're ward, because he could invade you. At the same time, not only would I ward this, I would danger ping my Jax, because you should know Master Yi started red. So he should be clearing up at this about the same rate that you go up. So since you're here at Raptors, Master Yi should also be like on wolves. Like if he full cleared, we can actually cheat here. We can see he did not full clear, but if he full cleared, you can see his camps are done. He did red, then he did blue. So he's probably doing red, blue, Gromp, I'm guessing. But if he full cleared, he would also be near wolves right now, and he has red buff, right? Can you look at top lane again? That's kind of gankable for Master Yi, kind of. It's hard to get Jax, honestly, because Jax has Counter Strike and Leap, but yeah, I think it's I don't think it's that gankable, but it is gankable. So I would just ping it, because part of a jungler being a jungler is to track the other jungler, to at least guess where is Master Yi. So I guess right now he's on wolves. So I would danger ping the wolves, and then I would danger ping maybe the this bush, top lane bush, something like that. Just to tell Jax, you should be careful, or maybe you should ward. Does Jax have a ward? He does, right? Or I can't. Yeah, yeah. So just danger ping and let him know that you think Yi is going to gank Jax, possibly mid. Actually, can we look at Yasuo? Okay, look at mid. I mean, both are possible, but both are not that. They're not going to be that successful, because Master Yi has no CC. His ganks are pretty weak without other CC. So I would just ping where I'm not really that worried right now, because Master Yi has no CC. But I would just ping where he is. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, and then at the same time, I would be worried he might invade you on red. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You can press play. You do some kiting.
I was gonna say I'm definitely kiting a lot more than I realized I was.
Okay, I mean that's good. Yeah. Oh.
Okay, and here I'll pause it. I see Kane, so I am going to gank mid.
Oh.
Oh, maybe not.
I want to know why.
Oh.
Is your clear so slow? It shouldn't be this slow. But
Lillia, from what I've noticed when I play her, she's usually pretty slow. You're about to witness something awful that I did, though.
No, okay, but wait. But I'm sure she can clear before crab spawns, full clear. I'm pretty sure she can.
Yeah, Yeah, because I didn't even do
Yeah, you
crush.
skipped that. Like normally you can do that before the crab, but in this game you couldn't. Uh, yeah, I mean, hmm. Probably.
Um,
Yeah, I think you were close though. If you practiced your clear a little more, you probably could. Maybe you were missing your cues, like the edge. You know, the edge does more. Like it does true damage, I believe. The edge. Oh no, that's the W. Sorry, the edge. What does the edge do?
W. I think they might be both
Oh, it
true
might be,
damage.
I actually don't know the exact details, but the edge you might be missing a few cues. I think because yeah, your clear was close,
Oh,
but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it was close.
Um,
You're close, but not quite. Or maybe you're not kiting. You know, how to kite? I mean, it's not just kiting the camp to not take damage, but as you're about to kill the camp, you want to kill it near the next camp. So, like, if you're doing raptors, you want to kill them as you're walking to red. Similarly, as you kill red, you want to kite the red over to the krugs. That's how you save a lot of time, if that makes sense.
yeah, I've definitely seen that before. I just haven't
No, I know. I mean, you're just
practiced
learning
it.
right now. And you know, there's like patience thing. Like you can actually kite for a decent amount before they reset. And you learn that as experience over time. Yeah.
And then
Okay, go
so
ahead. You said
here,
something bad's about to happen or something.
well, here, I'm not sure what my thought process was, to be honest, because now looking at it, I definitely would have gone for Kane. I met Yi. Well, I
How do you
was
guys
going to.
see right now? What
I don't know why he's showing up.
can we look at him? Is oh maybe it's a bug. Okay, I don't know, but go
I
on.
don't know.
Sorry,
Okay.
you
So I went to go get Scuttle, um, and he smited it, smote it,
yeah.
and then Kane was over here. So looking back now, I would have gone for Kane. I was trying to see how Jax died because he dies right here.
Jax dies.
Um,
As you okay, I
oh
mean that's not really your fault, but so this is bad. Let me look. Can we look at mid right now?
yeah, this is yeah.
Oh yeah,
I should have gone. I should have definitely gone mid
okay.
here
Now you
and
see it,
not
right? Now you
seen.
see it because we you know we knew Yi started bot, so we know he's gonna end up top. So you know he's up here, right? Yi, we're
Yeah,
talking about Yi, and then when you go for crabs, you need to look at the priority of the lanes, right? We said Yasuo should be winning, but right now he's not for some reason. I mean, he's winning in CS by a lot, so but right now he's not winning in terms of the lane priority, right? Kane has push on him, so that means if you fight E, who is going to come to the river first? Kane, right?
yeah,
And then similarly for top, your top died, so Nasus will get there. Jax will not be here. Um,
yeah.
so you have no chance. So yeah, you should not do this. But I mean, it seems like you noticed that yourself now, so that's good. Yeah.
Yes, yes, I
Yeah,
did.
yeah. Oh, but let me tell you. I mean, I'm just repeating what I said before. If you've mastered your clear, you would have been level 4 already. You wouldn't even need to come to the crab. You would just finish Krugs, you recall, go bot crab. Much cleaner early game from you if you could do that. Yeah. And technically, you could still do that. Technically, in this game, you could. It'd just be slower. Yeah. So you should have just full cleared, finished the Krugs. Don't even go to this crab unless you were going to gank mid. Ganking mid is okay. Let's look at mid actually.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why. Maybe it was because I cleared so slow that I realized the
The crab was coming.
crowd was up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Normally, it shouldn't be like that, but yeah. But
yeah,
as we see the situation, can I? Yeah, but can I look at mid again? I think you could have just ganked mid. Yeah, yeah. You could have just
yeah,
ganked mid.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you consider like as I said? I said we should know Yi is up here. Did you in the game? Do you remember if you knew Yi was up here?
oh, absolutely not. No.
Oh, okay.
No,
So
there's
definitely,
no
yeah, you
way.
definitely need to work on that. Yeah, yeah.
Other than the smite, like him smiting Scuttle or getting Scuttle, I don't even know if he smited it, but the um, I imagine this would have turned into a 2v2.
If you ganked mid,
Uh,
no, not necessarily because you just gank it really fast, and then if you see,
Well, that's true. Yeah, he's half health. He would die pretty quick with
yeah, or at least flash. I mean, I don't know if you kill him honestly. If he flashes, I don't think you kill him, but he flashes. Basically, if you gank mid, you get a flash, and you just run to the bot scuttle, and everything's fine. You know.
Yeah.
Basically, don't do top scuttle because of we know Yi is there, and I mean you're already afraid of Yi, but not only Yi, Kane will help him first, Nasus will help him first. You just have no real chance to fight Yi up there. Yeah, that's basically why. But and then I'm just showing you these. There's other alternatives. Like you could have ganked mid. I think that would have been the best play. You could have done Krugs. That's the second best play. And what else could have you done? Let me look at. Can we look at top again? Can I see top? I think he's just gonna recall. So no gank top. Yeah. So you had three options, right? You chose the worst one in this case. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but you see it. I think you see it. So okay, you can press play. We learned our lesson here, so that's good. Oh, you actually got the crab. What?
Oh, I just did. Sorry, the fact that it's red, it threw me off. And then here I saw the Jax TP, and I knew that if Nasus was still here, he was low. So I decided to go in, and this is where I make a pretty big mistake.
Really? Oh.
Maybe.
Oh no, you do Krugs. You know, I don't know if you know what you did, but you actually didn't misplay as bad as I thought. So if I can tell you, you can pause for a sec. So actually, going for that scuttle, especially in lower elos, is actually not as bad as I was trying to tell you. Because for one reason, because you still have smite. Normally you don't have smite because you smite the Krugs normally, but you didn't do the Krugs, so you have smite. So you actually do the crab pretty fast with smite. Yeah, as you can see, you just.
Well, I've been told from like other people, like playing with my friends and stuff, that you should always save a smite for crab.
Well, it really depends. It really depends. So ideally you do, but if here's a kind of rule. If you need smite to clear before crab, like crab spawns at 3:30.
Mm-hmm.
If you need the smite to clear fast enough, then you use it. Because let's say you save smite, but then you get to crab at like 3:40. Then the other jungler already got there, already got the crab, or control of it at least. So you want to be at crab like around 3:30. 3:35 is okay, but later than that's pretty bad. So yeah. But if you know the enemy jungler is also coming top, then it becomes more tricky. Like ideally you want to save smite, but if he just gets to the crab first, it could be bad, right? So it really depends on your goal. Like, are you going to fight him on the crab? Like, if you see him, will you fight him? If you will fight him, you don't need smite because you just fight him. Like, if you're the stronger jungler, you just make him go away, and then that's your crab, right? So how do you make him go away? It's you need to be there first, or at least early enough that he doesn't just take the crab before you get there. So that's why I would smite. But yes, in many cases, if you clear fast enough, and there are junglers, and I think Lillia is one of them actually, that can full clear 3:30 with while saving a smite. But your clear is just really slow for some reason. But yeah, if you can do it, yeah, ideally save the smite. But yeah, slower junglers, they do need to use their second smite though on the camps. Yeah.
That makes sense.
But looks like we avoided disaster here because yeah, if you have smite, you do notice you kill the scuttle pretty fast, right? If you have smite, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me recommend different items too. Lilia's the best rush for Lillia is the cooldown boots.
Is it? Yeah.
Because she likes everything about the cooldown boots. She likes the movement speed. She also likes the cooldown. It's 20% cooldown, and I'm sure you noticed that her Q cooldown is actually kind of long. Early game, it's pretty long. Like later, it gets short, but early game, it's long. Yeah. So how do you fix that? You just buy the cooldown boots. Or actually, I mean, right now I don't think you can afford them. I would have bought like regular boots and like a dark seal. That's what I would have bought. Rather than what you bought. Like the sapphire crystal, you never buy that. You never buy that. You don't need.
Honestly, if I had bought a Dark Shield this game, I would have been so much stronger because I only died once.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
I mean, even
yeah.
if you die many times, Dark Seal's worth the gold, so it's just that strong in mine. Oh yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So
So can
here,
we look mid? I mean, you're whatever. I think he's just leaving though, so nothing to look at
so
there.
he killed. Yeah, he killed Yasuo. So I was gonna go here to try and help.
Yeah,
And then I was gonna try and like let them know that I was getting ready for drag, which I said in chat too.
you're gonna
I mean,
do dragon.
I have a thing where I don't know. I get weird about objectives. Like I don't want them to
Uh,
get like yeah. So I will try and do drag as
at
close as
level
possible.
4, you like to do
Drag.
them at level 4?
It depends,
Okay,
but
not in this game. Oh, it doesn't look like you're gonna do it in this game. I don't see it. Are you really doing it? No. Okay. Okay. You're on the crab. Oh, you are
am I
doing
doing?
it.
Oh,
Okay.
I
This is
did it.
wait.
Okay, but I did tell them, and they came up.
Okay, wait. But pause for a second.
Okay, okay.
So why
Oh,
is
I was
this?
sitting on their crab. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I did have a moment there where I typically I wouldn't do something that stupid, but I work grave shift, so I was really
Okay.
I'm like my
So
day-to-day
you're
is
not
like
defending
really
this
messed up.
decision then? I mean, it might work honestly, just because
No,
it's. But
I didn't. I know that was stupid,
okay,
and I
okay,
knew it was stupid after I did
okay,
it.
okay. No,
So
man, I'm not
I
gonna.
was like, "What am I doing?" Because you can see I kind of
I mean, you stood on
um,
the crowd for a good 3 seconds or so.
like yeah, you can see I kind of just like wander here, and I'm like, "What am I going to do now?"
Yeah, I
And
see
then
that.
and then I'm like, "Okay, all right, I'll just do the dragon." Yeah, so I definitely was just having a brain fart there for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Like it might work in low elo, but this no way works in like even gold. I don't think this would ever work. Because you right now you have double priority. Like your laners are here and pushing, right? That's good, but the enemy laners should be coming back. Like I don't know where they are, but they should be pretty close. So
Yeah, and they also I mean, I totally agree that if it was higher elo, because nobody in this elo looks at their mini map, because
yeah.
the second that they saw me there, they should have rotated and then came
And they're
straight for
strong.
me.
Oh, they're kind of stronger than you. I mean, Yi and Kane each have a kill. I mean, your bot lane is actually winning right now. He's 10 CS up, but he bought a mana. He bought a mana crystal. Mordekaiser doesn't use mana, so that's not really an item.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait, what?
your Mord, right? He bought the
What?
sapphire crystal. I mean, sorry, sapphire crystal.
Yeah, I don't know what he was building.
But then same for you, right? You have a sapphire crystal that does nothing for you right now. You don't need mana in the jungle.
No, yeah, and that
So you guys are
totally
really weak
educated.
compared to them. Um, yeah, you're just really weak.
Yeah.
If they just come, I don't see you winning. But yeah. I mean, you silly mistake.
Well,
We don't need to talk about it anymore. Let's just see what happens. Yeah.
um,
So they do ping it. Wow, looks like you're gonna get it. Their bot lane's not moving. It
no,
look okay. Looks like
but
you
yeah,
get it.
they rotated after
Yeah.
we got the dragon. Okay, all right, here.
Where are you? Oh.
I don't know. Oh, well. Okay, here we go.
Okay. I mean, but regardless, you should expect them to come anyways, right? Were you probably expected them? No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, once I was looking at my mini map, and
Yeah. Okay.
then
Uh, they. I mean, you guys win, but I'm not. It's the wrong place though because you look at Tristana. She's not moving. He's not even here. I don't know where Master Yi is, but
yeah.
oh, because Master Yi did a weird clear, and yeah. So I mean, it works out, but yeah, I hope you learned that you shouldn't do that. Yeah, even though it works out,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. I go back to farming.
Okay.
Um.
It's fine. You're
And then the
fine.
way I use Smite too, when I am, if there's no objectives up, I kind of use it a little bit carelessly. Like if I don't know when the next drag is up on.
Oh, on the
but
right
I'm
hand
like,
side it shows you 129, or wait, is that dragon? Oh, that's red buff. Sorry. Dragon. I mean, you just kill dragons, so I don't.
yeah.
Oh, fire!
That's
It's
what,
4 minutes.
if I do drag and like I don't even think Rip. I don't know when Rip spawns, but
8 minutes. 8 minutes every game.
Yeah, so I knew I had some time to get my smite back, so
Okay.
I typically do pay attention to that.
But usually you want to smite.
Early game.
Usually you want to smite. You want to try. A good habit is to smite it at the end, like when they have 600 or 900. Because some games people will invade you, so you want your smite to like hit it at the very end, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then generally speaking, if you're an AoE jungler like Lillia is, you want to smite like the single target camps, like the Gromp and the buffs. Those take you longer than like the AoE camps. So, smite just helps a little better on those. But that doesn't matter that much. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I was sorry. This was one of those ones where I was like situational, where I was walking through and he was pushed up. So I did decide to go for it, and I was a little bit worried because I was almost halved, so I didn't want to go too hard, but I figured it would be fine.
Yeah, I mean, unless E comes or you get hit by everything.
Also, too, I probably would have pulled out if I didn't hit my E here.
Did you hit your E? I mean, it looks like it's going to hit.
Yeah, it did hit. Oh,
sorry. You flash in, though. Let's see.
I did flash.
Did you need it? Let's go back at just 15 seconds. Let's look.
Sorry, the camera thing is really difficult.
You just manually control it. Look at it. You can look. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. I think it looks like you missed anyways, but
I missed literally everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's fine. He got the kill. I was.
Yeah. I like your thought here. It's good enough for you. So why are you recalling here?
Because I think at this point I had quite a bit of gold on me.
Well, let's see.
And also, I've been thinking about this. Yeah, how do I tell?
Oh, you press X? Can you press X? I don't know if it works. Yeah, you can. So go back and see how much gold you had. Can you go back in the replay and look how much gold you had? 1,400. That is a lot, but
I will say too, I did have another thought process with this, and it was that I didn't want to waste the red buff,
That's generally a good rule. But what about Krugs?
I was like, Krugs? I did Krugs. Oh, not Krugs.
No, you didn't do Krugs.
I did not do Krugs. I don't know, honestly.
Honestly,
I was thinking red buff, but yeah, I have no logical reason for why I didn't.
No, but no, I'm actually thinking. Honestly, yours is just not terrible. I mean, it's not even bad. Like it makes sense. It makes sense that you want to keep your red buff here. I'm trying to think actually. So I'm not actually sold on clearing those camps right now. I don't know what 1,300 gold. Well, you buy the book, or what do you call that thing? Lost chapter. Let's see what you buy actually. So what do you buy with this 1,400? Can you? Press play. Let's see what you buy.
I was building Leandries.
Okay. So just like I said, you definitely want the cooldown boots first. Like for Lillia, it's her best item. She's so strong with just the boots. Like you don't actually need the AP or the Leandries. What are you doing?
I was gonna do red.
This looks okay actually. Okay, that's very nice actually. Yeah, it's what you said. It's not bad. I'm not gonna, that the red buff usage. You don't actually use red buff here, but what happened there?
So here
do 1 time speed and then. Okay.
So me and Yasuo rotate.
Oh yeah, help your Jax. Okay.
And bait in.
You don't want to W first. Usually you want to hold your W. Your W is a pretty long cooldown, and it can help you like if they're running away, you can chase them with it, or sometimes you need to run away, then you W away. Yeah.
And then we do Rift here.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I missed a Q there. My Qs were weird this game. I was like right on the edge of hitting some of them.
And generally speaking, you want to tank objectives. Oh, you okay.
I pinged it, and the only reason I did that was because I knew he was gonna
recall.
How do I get that to stay up again?
Oh, you're pressing tab a lot. Tab changes, I think.
I knew he was 5-1. I knew this was over. Like he would be able to push his lane in and use it.
Can we look at mid? How many? No, I mean the tower, the mid tower. Can I look at it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
So I knew that he would be able to use it pretty much immediately. Yeah. I don't even think he used it right. Like he could have used it right here.
Yeah.
But like I'm pretty sure he dropped it in the jungle somewhere. I think he forgot he had it.
I mean, but you have the right idea. Basically, as long as you have the right idea, I don't really care what the result is.
Yeah. No, he goofed it, but I did give it to him. There we go.
No, definitely a fine choice. Yeah, because he might want to recall too. I don't know when he wants to. I mean, he's fine now. He has red buff. I don't know how much gold he has.
He did just get a couple kills.
Yeah. So if he wants, it helps him with the recall too, which is really good.
Oh, and then he's fighting Kane here. I come back again. Almost at that. Oh wait, no, I didn't.
Kind of.
I keep I keep thinking that.
Kind of.
Oh yeah.
But you can still like get it in. Yeah, let's say you guys get it in. That's fine. That's fine. I can see why you had a good game. Pretty good. Pretty good.
I was emoting at this Yasuo all game.
The Yasuo?
He was doing really well though, so I just was. And then it looks like I'm setting up for drag, and then I path back up because I notice he's fighting.
Yeah. Yep.
He don't do literally anything. He just he's. It was pretty much GG after that. After he got that double kill top lane.
Yeah. Okay, now see this dragon's a good dragon.
Yeah, because they're all dead.
Yeah, and you have both of your laners helping you first. And well, they might have vision, but here they might not have vision. Right before we knew they have vision.
Okay. So I don't think I ganked bot a single time.
I mean, that's fair. Honestly, with how much action...
They were already... Sorry.
Yeah.
They were already losing at this point.
And well, you look at them. They're not really. You actually look at it. Mord actually has more gold than Tristan. Just look at just because of the CS difference.
That's true.
And not only that, he has AP from the Fire Dragon you guys just got. So.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't really, like I said at the beginning, right? I wouldn't write off my bot lane. I mean, but I wouldn't focus them, but I wouldn't write them off. Like you can still like consider them in some cases. Let's look at now. Is it? Oh no, she died. Okay, no, not in this case. They just dead. But. Top's not going so well either. So this game is all you and Yasuo, which is fine. You're both pretty hard carries. So.
So I think, I had a good amount of gold here, so I'm pretty sure I full cleared and backed.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, never mind. I go top. Uh-oh. I go top.
Why do you go top? Why'd you go top?
I don't know. Maybe. I think I was just trying to get him to back off there.
Wait, let me see again. Okay. No, there's no. But like, look. Can you go back? You see why? What I was gonna say.
I think. Okay, so now that I'm looking at it, I would have. It looks like I was trying to to kill there. I was trying to engage.
You're trying to engage? Do you have ult? Oh, you do have ult. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's fine. But if you're gonna engage, ideally you at least go through the river, right? Don't run right at him straight from the lane.
Yeah.
But it did look like he was running away anyway, so in that case, he kind of going through the lane. Yeah, you're not bad in a lot of things. I'm trying to tell you.
No, you're good. Getting bot here. I ulted Tristana to try and just get her down so that he could kill her.
Well, I mean, this game I can see you two should run over. Especially because they don't have that much CC to stop you two. Yasuo and Lillia.
Yeah, the support in me also buys controllers quite a bit.
No, controllers are good. I mean, well, I usually only buy one. Like, I don't know how many you buy. I mean one on the map or like one in my inventory. I usually rarely buy two.
It depends on how much money I have after I buy items. I don't buy controllers unless I buy my items first.
Oh. So. No, what I'm saying is, let's say you have 150 gold left over. I would still just buy one. Honestly,
okay.
I mean, it depends on the situation, but most situations I would just buy one. You just skip over everything, or?
I went back so you could watch it.
Okay.
Because I was about to go sweep for drag, and then realized we were about to fight.
But yeah, no, it's if anywhere you and Yasuo are, it should just be free. Yep, another good. You're really on track to the soul now.
Me missing all of my abilities.
Oh, okay. How much Lillia have you played before this game?
I think I'm like, I'm not sure. I believe I'm like Mastery 4.
Oh, okay. No, that's not much, honestly. I mean,
no,
so...
and I got like over 1,000 mastery points just from this game. So
yeah. Your mechanics definitely need more work, but you know.
Yeah. Well, it's never been consistent either. It's like, a game here and there. At this point, I was a little bit worried because they were starting to pop back up. He didn't even try to contest, though. He literally just went mid.
No, I mean, based on timers, like it's an experience thing. Like you can kind of tell when they spawn how far they can be in this certain amount of time.
I'm gonna ping Rift so we can do that. Yep. He didn't mean to take it there. Yeah, he did not mean to take that.
Okay.
I'm not even sure what he did with it, but I go farm again.
So you have to worry a little bit about your top side. No, you don't worry. Okay. Can I see the top side? Oh, Yi's over there. Okay. So yeah, I would worry a little bit here. Okay, yeah. See, so I already had the feeling before it happened. You know why? You go back. I can show you. Yeah. I can pause it here. Yeah. So just for here, I can already see. So this is already like who has the? I mean, one of those guys have the rift, right? They're gonna pop it. They're showing here. They're the only guys. Actually, they're not the only guys. Can I see Yasuo? Okay, Yasuo's kind of pushing too. But Yasuo's 15-1, so no one wants to be fighting Yasuo. So if you think you just have to think about the game as if you were the enemy. Where's the enemy gonna go? They're not gonna go bot. I mean, I say that, and Yi was bot, so that's why I was surprised Yi happened to be bot. They're going to go to the. They use the rift. You should think of that as like a big a big lure or whatever, like a big alarm for the enemy. Like they have to stop that rift, and they also see that it's who is that? Mordekaiser, Jax. Those are your weakest members. That's a 0-6 Jax and a 1-4 Mordekaiser. Those are your weakest members. The easiest kills for the enemy. They're gonna go there. So as the Lillia, you over here, I would be going top with them, like behind them, or like the bush right next to them. You see the bush on the right to them. I would just stand
Yeah.
like right there, just hover them. So if you stand there, you do two things. One, you act as a ward. You're a living ward. So if the enemy comes, you will see them for your team. They can back off. Two, you can just counter gank. Like if the enemy comes through the lane and engages on them, you pop out of that bush and you win that fight, or at least the fight doesn't become a loss. But because you're farm, so this is a kind of a rule. Like for any role, not just jungler, is when your team is pushing in, like especially past the river. You see, the river is like the middle of the map, and when you go past the river, you're in enemy territory. So when you're in enemy territory, it's easy for the enemy to defend. Like it doesn't make sense. Like they're close to their base. It's easy for them to go top. They can go bot. They can go mid. They can go any of those lanes pretty fast because they're in their base. The distance is smaller. So you really need to. We call this like hovering or shadowing. Those are like the terms we use. Like mostly for junglers actually. So if you have someone split pushing, like I can also use it for Yasuo. You can also stay near Yasuo if you think they're going to kill Yasuo. So right now you need to think: is the enemy going to go for top lane or are they going to go for mid? And then you need to think: I want to be there to protect them or possibly even counter gank, like win the fight after they go for my laner. That's just what you should be doing. Yeah, but what you do is farm, which I can see why, because you have all these camps up, like and you just got rift. You're feeling good, but if you really want to push yourself, don't give the enemy. Sorry, what? And yeah. I see you have 2,500 gold. But at the very least, you could just be a living ward, like I said, right? You just be a ward, and they wouldn't get ganked. At least from the jungle, they would have to be engaged on through the lane, right? I think they did get engaged. Let's see. I don't actually know, but yeah, that's what I want to say. So you could press play. Let's see, how did they actually get engaged on here? Okay, pause it again though. But you just get okay. You think it's engaged. So and then as they move forward, I would stand at the blue buff bush. You see the blue buff? That bush. Like here, yeah. So same idea. So as they move up, you move up with them, kind of like that, and then try to cover them. But it turns out they're kind of greedy. They just got engaged onto the lane. So you might have been able to help. Maybe you just throw an E. You have ult actually, so you might have been able to like E. Maybe you could even go in and Q them or something. Ult, and then you run away. So you ult just to disengage, right? And then you save your team here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is more of a late game, mid game kind of play, right? Yeah. And then they wouldn't die, and then at the same time, Yasuo would feel confident, and Yasuo could keep pushing mid. Or Yasuo could even come, honestly. It depends on the fight, but Yasuo could even come.
Yeah, that's right. I kill Yi here because for some reason he's trying to take me blue buff during.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, that's why I was shocked Yi was bot, but it makes some sense on it actually, because like you guys just got rift, you guys won, so Yi kind of thinks you're not bot, so he can take your stuff. Makes some sense, I guess. I mean, now this game's looking pretty comfortable.
This is sloppy. This whole fight is so sloppy.
What happened? Can you go back? Actually, can you just go back again a second? I want to watch you also. Okay. I'll put one, yeah. Oh.
Where am I? Sorry.
You're not. Oh wait, can you click on Lillia, so I can see your cooldowns? I think you click on and then can you replay again?
Oh.
Sorry.
Sorry, I was looking at blue side again.
Oh, can you go back again? Sorry.
It's okay. No, you're okay. I'm confused too.
Okay. Oh, but I need to see Lillia again. No, you need. I mean, like, I need to see your cooldown. So if you click on Lillia, your mouse, does it work? Not work?
Oh, it's
click on like the Lillia champion or the icon. Yes, you see on the bottom left. I can see your cooldowns now. Okay.
Every time I clicked, it would go away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm kind of trying to figure out
You're not
positioning
really.
right here.
Yeah, I mean, you should try to be queuing every time it's on cooldown. I mean, off cooldown, but you're not. Um, do, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
your Q is your main spell. That you could spam, and most of the times you can safely do it. Like, it's got a decent range to it. Yeah. And the other thing I noticed, I already told you, is you're kind of wasting your W. Your W, you want to ideally you want to not use it in most cases. You want to use it only if you know you can hit the center, like maybe they're CC'd or something, or they're running away, or you need to run away. Otherwise, you shouldn't be using W, if not one of those cases.
I did something weird here.
They do?
Yeah. I know it was weird. I knew when I did it, it was weird.
Where's your...
Yeah,
Wait, you
I
used
don't know
ult,
what
but what
I
happened to your ult? Can you go back? What
I
happened? When
I
did you ult?
ulted right there. I hit two of them with my
But
things.
what happened? Did your team just wake them up or something?
No. Oh, you know what? Maybe they did.
It looked like they didn't even go to sleep.
Yasuo was already diving. So the second I hit them, I ulted them.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't actually know when you ulted. That's why I'm curious. Can we see when you ult?
It kind of gets a little like wonky. So I hit her with the E. And then I hit two of them with E, and so I ult.
Oh, I see.
Oh, so
you did get Morgana asleep. I think the other guy just died. Okay.
Yeah. And then I did this, and I don't know why I did this, and honestly, I'm lucky I lived it. But yeah, I have no clue why I did that. But
so now it's 20 minutes. So I usually tell my clients like the jungle game's over. Like it's usually over by 15 to 20 minutes. So now you're just playing. You're playing the same game as any laner or support right now. There's not really much jungling left to talk about. So I usually stop here, but I leave it up to the client. So if you want me to look at past here, we can. What would you like to do?
Oh no, it's okay. We can stop. I ended up getting like pretty much every.
Yeah, well, we see your score at the end, like 13-1 or something. But I can see why, because you guys right now you guys are 5K up. It looks like you're gonna get Dragon Soul. If you get this Dragon Soul, it'll just be you guys can never just die. Oh, you do. Okay, yeah. And then you and Yasuo are fed. We don't even care about what Jax, Mortar, Nautilus. You and Yasuo, just two of you can run over their team.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure me and him solo it.
Yeah. I think he can just solo it, honestly. Like, what does he have?
Well, I spent a lot of time with Yasuo because I did notice that when we were together, it was just like steamrolling.
You just win, yeah.
So yeah. we just kind of stuck together most of the game, and then we fight here.
I mean, not to say your team's useless. I mean, your team actually has a lot of good like CC and tankiness. So, like the rest of your team is, they're still important, obviously.
The Yi Ignite at full health. I am so lucky I lived this.
Oh. No, I mean, because you dodged the Q. That's the only thing you need to dodge, and you did. That's pretty good. You yeah.
Yeah, this was a 1v3 that I just decided to do. But
No, see, you don't W like that. See, if you didn't W like that, he wouldn't be able to catch you, right? Because you just keep kiting him. So your strength is kiting. Your strength is kiting. So when you W into them, you're giving up your strength, if that makes sense.
And then I'm pretty sure that's game.
Yeah.
And he just ends.